Think about the heaviest piece of furniture you have ever had to move. Maybe a massive refrigerator or a solid oak bookshelf. You probably didn't drag it flat across the floor. Instead, you tipped it slightly and rocked it from side to side to walk it forward. This exact principle of physics allowed the Rapa Nui people to move multi-ton stone giants. Incredibly, some of these statues stand more than 30 feet tall and weigh up to a staggering 80 tons. For centuries, the standard history of Easter Island was a dark, tragic one. We were told that the island's chiefs used massive labor forces to drag these giants on their backs using wooden logs. According to that story, this obsession with moving statues led islanders to cut down every single tree, causing a total ecological collapse that destroyed their own civilization. Today, we are completely rewriting those history books. The physical evidence shows that the story of self-destruction is entirely wrong. Modern researchers began looking at the roads and statues not as legends, but as forensic evidence, testing the log-dragging theory against the laws of physics. They found that statues abandoned along ancient roads lacked the deep horizontal scars on their backs caused by dragging stone over earth. Instead, heavy wear was concentrated on the edges of the bases, the exact damage pattern created by tipping a heavy weight and shuffling it forward. At the primary quarry, where 95% of the statues were carved, scientists failed to find any evidence of the massive slave camps or centralized labor forces required to pull 80-ton stones. Because the physical evidence contradicts the massive dragging theory, researchers needed a radically different explanation for how these stone giants traveled miles from the quarry. Drone mapping of the quarry revealed roughly 30 distinct workshop zones. These weren't designed for thousands of workers, but for small, independent teams of just 4 to 6 people handling the carving. The secret is their geometry. Moai found along the ancient roads feature wider bases and a subtle forward lean. This shape makes them incredibly unstable to drag flat. But stood upright, the forward tilt naturally initiates motion, while the base stabilizes each step. The carvers were master engineers who designed the Moai to stand up and walk from the very first strike of the chisel. By attaching ropes to the sides of a standing Moai, these small teams could pull and rock the statue left and right. This rocking created a controlled, forward tipping motion. It allowed a handful of people to move an 80-ton giant step by step. Even the ancient 14-foot wide roads were engineered with a slight inward curve, a natural guide rail that kept the statues perfectly balanced as they rocked. This has been proven in modern tests. An experimental team of just 18 people managed to walk a 4-ton replica 300 feet down a road in only 40 minutes. The transportation of these giants was a triumph of applied physics and balance, achieving incredible scale without the need for massive labor forces or ecological destruction. If moving these statues was about engineering rather than brute force, it raises a new question. Why did these teams go to all this trouble in the first place? The true answer is water. Rapa Nui has very little fresh surface water, and for centuries the island suffered under a mega-drought that eliminated almost all rainfall. During these dry periods, the only reliable places to find drinking water were specific coastal spots where groundwater seeps out of the earth right near the ocean. When researchers mapped the statues, they realized the Moai were clustered exactly around these freshwater sources. Where water was the most precious resource, these giant faces functioned as unmistakable territorial markers. They signaled from a distance which specific group controlled and protected the rights to the vital groundwater seep below. The people of Rapa Nui further adapted to this harsh environment by creating smart rock gardens to trap moisture in the soil and protect their crops from the wind. The evidence reveals a civilization that responded to an environmental crisis with technical innovation rather than chaos and self-destruction. Rapa Nui is an incredible example of human resilience and engineering. They used their knowledge of physics to navigate a centuries-long drought, leaving behind these walking giants as a testament to their survival. If this look at the secrets of Easter Island changed how you see this history, be sure to hit the subscribe button and drop a like.